Hey, how we doing, everybody? Welcome to the latest edition of Storytime with Mr. Smolen. And my friends, you know, as always, I picked out a fantastic book for us to read today, and it has to deal with actually the changing of seasons that happened this weekend. So I wonder if you know what season we're in now, but we better get going on this great story and help you figure out which one. As always, let me get that drum roll, please. Our story this week is Pete the Cat Falling for Autumn. Ooh, because we just started the season of fall or autumn. Ooh, that's great. And our author, as always, of the Pete the Cat stories are Kimberly and James Dean. So let's get going on this great story. It is the first day of fall, and Pete the Cat is feeling blue. I like summer better, he says. In summer, I could swim and surf and play at the beach. Maybe you just need to remind yourself of all the things you love about autumn, Mom suggests. Pete says. I'll try. Let's see here. Let's see what Pete gets into. Ooh. Pete finds Grandma in the kitchen. She's baking delicious pumpkin pies. The whole house smells sweet and spicy. Pete loves helping Grandma bake pumpkin pie, but he loves helping eat it even more. Ooh, anyone out there like eating pumpkin pie? Ooh, yeah, yummy, yummy. Ooh, and it tastes just like fall. After the baking is done, Pete picks a squat orange pumpkin from the counter and slips it into his backpack as a souvenir. Ooh, look at him, he's getting a pumpkin. Anybody else get a pumpkin yet? I know I gotta get some pumpkins for the month or the season of fall. Next, Pete heads to the town corn maze. Pete and his friends wander through the long, twisty paths made of tall corn stalks. The best part of the corn maze is getting lost and having to start over again. Oh, silly Pete and friends. As he leaves, Pete plucks a golden corn cob from the maze and places it inside his backpack. Oh man, corn mazes, those are fun. Oh man. Then Pete visits Grandpa, who is knitting on the porch. Grandpa helps Pete use the knitting needles to knit the yarn into cool patterns. Together, Pete and Grandpa make a long, cozy scarf for Pete to wear. Oh, look at that nice scarf. Whoa. When they're done, Pete chooses a little ball of leftover yarn and places it inside his backpack. Oh man, look at all that stuff. He's collecting a lot of stuff. Next, Pete goes to the hayride at the park. Pete, Bob, Mom, Dad, and Grandpa all pile into a wagon filled with hay. They go on a bumpy wagon ride around the park. Woo-hoo! Shouts Pete. Man, I don't know about you, but I sure love those wagon rides. At the end of the ride, Pete grabs a handful of sweet-smelling hay from the wagon and stuffs it into his backpack. Man, those are fun. Ooh, I like doing this too. Pete heads over to the apple orchard where he and Callie go apple picking. Ooh, I love going apple picking. They eat sweet apple donuts and drink hot apple cider and fill their buckets with apples of all different shapes and sizes. I love the apple orchard. So much fun. Before he leaves, Pete chooses a round red apple and drops it into his backpack. Man, Pete, you're not going to have any more room in that backpack. Ooh, I really like this one. Next, Pete stops by the park. He plays touch football with Bob and their friends. Pete scores a touchdown and everyone cheers. Oh yeah, Pete, that's what I'm talking about. Good work. After the game, Pete grabs Bob's football and stuffs it into his backpack. It barely fits. But Bob won't mind if I borrow this, Pete says. Man, look at that. Finally, Pete heads back home, but he stops at his front yard, which is covered in bright leaves falling from the trees. Pete helps his dad rake the leaves into big, colorful mounds. Then Pete runs and jumps into all the leaf piles. Oh man, look at how much fun he's having. Do you like jumping in leaf piles? I know I sure like jumping in those big old leaf piles. After he's done jumping, Pete picks a bunch of red and gold and orange leaves and stuffs them into his backpack. Pete's backpack is bursting with fall souvenirs. He can't wait to show Mom. I love autumn, Pete says. Wonderful, says Mom. You know, these would make great decorations for Thanksgiving. Oh, Thanksgiving does happen in the fall, that's true. So Pete helps Mom fill a bucket with all his mementos. They place the basket at the center of the table. You did a great job, Pete, says Mom. It's beautiful, says Dad. Is that my football? Asked Bob. Just then, the doorbell rings. Oh, who could it be? Let's see. Oh, their Thanksgiving guests are here. All of Pete's family and friends gather around the dining room table. They tell stories and laugh at jokes while they eat. Everyone is having a great time. Pete looks around the table and smiles. He loves lots of things about autumn, but Pete knows what he loves most all year long. What could that be, Pete? His family and friends. And that's our story. Who liked that story? You like that story? I know I sure like that story. Friends, I can't wait to spend fall with you here at school. We're going to have so much fun. But until next time, pick up a book, read, and I look forward to reading you here soon, very, very soon. Have a great day.